Hello, everybody. Let's talk about something that continuation as the last video. I want to talk about what is the number one thing that anyone should do if you want to make serious money in the upcoming AI and longevity era, and why you should start doing it ASAP. Well, the first thing is, have you noticed that whenever we talk about healthy life, right? Everything that's healthy costs more money. So basically, the realistic thing is, I don't think anyone can maintain a high level of healthy life without having money, right? So the question is, as we go into the AI and longevity age, what are the money making opportunities that's available for everyone, right? And what is this number one thing that we need to do, and why am I saying that everyone should do it ASAP? So what is this clickbait crap I'm talking about? It's actually quite simple. I'm talking about building your own personal brand, right? Why is it that why do you need to build your personal brand? And after I did extensive research for a number of months, not only that I realized that I need to build a personal brand, the importance of building a personal brand, but also the best place to do it is actually just on YouTube. So let's go over why personal brand and why YouTube. There are 3 points about building a personal brand. The first thing is, building a personal brand is actually like a snowboarding effect. So it's compounding, right? And the more people you know, the more people knows you, or the more followers you have, the naturally more opportunities you attract, right? And each one of us is not really just one person. Each one of us is actually representing like a network. So when you have additional followers on your social account, you actually has the potential to tap into that person's network. So this is very important. Just like Warren Buffett is investing for decades, and the secret to his success is this compounding effect, right? Einstein calls it the eighth wonder of the world, and there's a reason for it, because with time grows, anything has compounding effect. It actually grows exponentially, and this is going to be very true for personal brand, and especially as our life expectancy increases. Imagining you have an extra 20 or 30 years of healthy life, that this personal brand is gonna continue to compound and bring you benefits, right? We may not feel it right now, but as time goes on, this is gonna be more and more apparent. So that's number one point. Number two is, AI brings the era of $1 million solo businesses, because AI it's going to get to the point where AI agents are everywhere, and AI agents are basically replacing employees. So imagining you have 10, 20, 100 employees in a company right now, but in the not so distant future, what you're going to end up having is AI agents replacing these employees. So that means, as the owner of your own business, you're going to scale a lot faster and a lot bigger, without having too many human beings working for you. And this sets up the possibility that one person can actually run like $1 billion ventures. And a number of VCs are already talking about this. And I think this is really gonna happen in the not distant future. And actually on YouTube, we're already kind of seeing it. And the best example I can give you guys is actually if you look at how Brian Johnson, when he launched Blueprint, the protocol, the longevity protocol stack, basically on the first day of launch, he sold 20 million plus worth of recurring revenue product. And if you do the valuation, 20 million recurring revenue, that will value Blueprint at easily over $100 million. And if you look at how he did it, essentially he did it through his personal social accounts, predominantly YouTube. So imagine this, basically he is almost like one man army, and he sold $20 million worth of product in one day. Obviously he's not exactly one man, but remember this is, we are still pre-AI days, and there's a lot more things AI can do in the future. And this is just like a example pre-AI days. Imagine what AI will bring in the future and allow that scaling much faster and much more efficient. And the number 3 is the possibility of building a lifelong passive income. We hear this word passive income a lot, right? When you're saying, want to gain financial freedom. And the opportunity is here that if you have a long-standing and strong personal brand, and your content lives on YouTube, and YouTube is going to keep paying you as long as people are searching for your content. And right now, YouTube pays the most, but actually, if you have a strong personal brand, you can also seek out the opportunity to build out the personal income stream from Twitter and LinkedIn. So, and this is just the platforms now we are talking about. Imagine the platforms that in the future, right? I mean, we're talking about everything we're talking about here. We are really looking to do it for the next decades to come. So imagine the future opportunities. I'm sure there are going to be more platforms pop up in the future, because we're talking about decades, not just 1 or 2 years. So that covers why you should build your own personal brand. So the next question is, why should you do it on YouTube? YouTube, I can sum it up in 2 points. The first is YouTube, unlike IG and TikTok, is search-based, meaning that people want to see particular keywords. They want to see the content associated with particular keywords. So the users you attract on YouTube is a lot easier for you to build a relationship with, because they already have the intention to wanting to watch your content. And this is very, very different than IG and TikTok. IG and TikTok, they basically using a feeding system. So it's like whatever the system feeds you, people are gonna watch it every day, right? And the second point is YouTube's viewer time is much longer, and the shelf life is, the content shelf life is much longer than IG and TikTok. IG and TikTok, you basically, the shelf life is basically like 24 hours, and by now it's probably even less. Like nobody is gonna watch content that's more than maybe even 12 hours old, maybe, because the competition for people's attention gets a lot more fierce, and the platform are packing more and more of the content onto people's timelines. So it's very easy, even if somebody subscribe to your account, they can easily miss your content. So that's a big disadvantage if you develop your content on IG, TikTok versus YouTube. And the last point is, why should you do it now? Well, actually, this question is also, has to do with AI, because AI are taking millions of jobs away each year, starting with the robo-taxi. Pretty soon we're gonna see Uber drivers losing their job. We're gonna see restaurant workers, like people working in McDonald's, because they have machines, they're already making fast foods now, right? Robots. People working in automobile factories, right? Tesla are using robots to build cars. So all these people who lose their job, in my opinion, a lot of them are gonna come to YouTube because they want to come to YouTube and learn and try to find ways to make money. So good news and bad news. Good news is they're gonna be a lot more users, new users coming to YouTube to spend time. So more time spent, that means that they're gonna be more ad dollars targeting these new users, and creators are gonna get more money for the content that we create. But bad news is there's gonna be a lot more competition coming as well, because a lot of these newcomers, they're gonna try to do YouTube as well. So there's gonna be a lot more competition fighting for users' attention. So that's why I think, for new accounts, it's better to really start as soon as possible, right? Because as time goes on, I think the competition is gonna be a lot worse. Okay, there's a Chinese saying, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. And the funny thing is, I did ask ChatGPT. I don't think this is actually come from any Chinese traditional text, and ChatGPT confirmed it. But let me just end by saying that now is the second best time. So let's start doing this, and I hope that more people join me on this journey. And okay, this is enough. Until next time, adios amigos.